Yes, correct. Okay, cool.
Alrighty, we're gonna get started. Good morning, Ansbach community. I'm Major Ackerman. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. Stand by.
That's probably going to take a minute because then I have to copy that.
All right, we're ready to go.
So
For
just watch
today, October's Community Leaders Club.
it should be going live right about
Everyone hear me well?
Okay, because this thing starts right now.
Welcome to the October CLIF. Thank you all very much for being here. It is my distinct honor to represent Colonel Pierce and Sergeant Major Cavalier as they are on their way to Romania to farewell Sergeant Major Vogel and welcome Sergeant Major Williams to the Area Support, Army Support Activity Black Sea team. So I will be hosting you this day. I'd like to wish everyone a happy autumn and a happy new fiscal year. For some of us, that is a really significant event, and we appreciate all the work that many of you have done to contribute to that. I'd also like to thank you for your dedicated attendance and participation each month. These are important information venues. Are you hearing me okay? I'm getting a lot of feedback. I ask for your help in continuing to push the word out and down for all of these activities so that everyone in your formations and our families are getting this information. This month we're going to do something a little different as we open. As an Army community, we rely heavily on our volunteers to extend our programs, our services, and our resilience. Our volunteers give us capability and capacity that we might not otherwise have for our soldiers, our civilians, our retirees, and our families. They also build and enhance a sense of community cohesion and pride, and this is something that I think is particularly important for our military communities overseas. So we have many wonderful people who volunteer across USAG Ansbach and contribute in very special ways to making this the best hometown in Europe. And as Colonel Pierce said last Friday, aiming to make it the bestest hometown in Europe. On behalf of Colonel Pierce and Sergeant Major Cavalier, I would like to publicly recognize and thank one of them this month, and this is Miss Myra Garza. Is Miss Garza here? Okay, for everyone. So Miss Garza has been volunteering in the Colorado Community Mailroom for approximately 3 months, and during this time she's assisted with the safe and expeditious processing of more than 50,000 pounds of mail. I'm sure that all of you are familiar with our mail rooms, but what you may not know is that in garrisons in Conus or in the United States, garrisons don't run the mail rooms. The U.S. Postal Service runs the mail rooms. In our overseas garrisons, we have garrison employees or garrison army professionals who run our postal offices, our mail rooms, and our finance boxes and so forth. But many of these run more than one geographically dispersed mailroom, which we absolutely do here because we cover Shipton, we cover Katterbach, and we cover Stork. They also wear more than one hat. So we rely very heavily on gracious volunteers like Ms. Garza to help deliver an important service to all of us. And she's really helped lighten the load. Ms. Garza has gone above and beyond in her customer service, and she's really shown how important it is to bring a sense of community to USAG Ansbach. So, Ms. Garza, we thank you very much. And for everyone, we will be acknowledging some of you and all of those that you see around the community in future community leader information forums. So thank you again, and with that, I will turn back over to Major Ackerman to continue with this month's clip.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Here's briefly our agenda for those who have not seen it before. Again, this changes month to month. Our community calendar is filling up for this fall, but I'm going to briefly run over a few, and of course, in the upcoming slides, they will be highlighted in depth. So the first one is for October. This Friday is the Amazing Race. Just be mindful, the Erlos parking lot and area is going to be highly enforced with foot traffic of soldiers and participants of this activity, so just make sure you slow down or you'll end up like me with a speeding ticket. Also, we want to highlight the trick-or-treating for the Garrison. That is a typo. My apologies for that. I did that.
Yeah?
It is going to be 1,800 to 2,000, and I know PAO is pushing out announcements for that. Again, that's all of our communities, Urlas, Katterbach, and Lydor. And of course, I won't get into too far down, but don't forget our Thanksgiving meal in November for the event. So with that, I'll go into DES.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I was told I have to use this.
Stay on this page, right?
So, bottom line, a lot of stuff up here, but I was told I had 30 seconds, so I can't talk too long. Here's the deal. I appreciate command team emphasis, okay, for our abandoned vehicles. Because of your partnership with our PMO, we've been able to remove 26 vehicles from the community. And so I was also told that there may be a couple others out there that you may not be tracking. So as you're out in the mornings, whether it's PT formation or just traveling back and forth between appointments, if you see that, please let us know, especially if you see vehicles that don't have the big orange sticker on it. All those vehicles with the stickers means that our traffic section has been out, has tagged that vehicle, and then we can move forward in terms of getting it out of our community. So please continue to help us with that. As we continue, you know, I can't believe we're already in October. I don't know where the time went. But that also means that we're going to start to see a little bit more adverse weather. Whether it's fog, we had some last week, whether it's more rain, whether the roads start to get slick. Really need to just kind of reinvigorate across the formation for our families and soldiers what the military road condition signs are for. At some time there's confusion about whether that extends to personally owned vehicles. So when you see the red, amber, green, black, that is strictly for military vehicles. And we'd ask family members, we'd ask our Army professionals, our local national employees, please use good common sense. If something seems unsafe to you, then that should be a communication between you and your supervisor. But these road conditions can be used as a guide for you. In terms of ICE comments, really what I want to say is this. If you remain anonymous, it is hard for me to action the comments that you are providing us. So it doesn't matter to me whether it's criticism, if it's something that you want to highlight that one of our guys did very well. It is all important to me, okay? I don't break it up by, oh, it's a positive comment or it's a negative comment. I truly want your feedback. That way we can actually impact and make change where necessary. I've met with several folks across this last year, some of our military personnel, some of our civilian personnel. Why? Because it matters to me what your interaction is like with our fire department, with our MPs, with our pond contract security guards. So please, don't remain anonymous. If you have an issue, understand that I care about it, okay? I want to make sure that your voice is heard. I want to make sure that where things need to improve, we can make that happen. And like everybody else, if you would like to highlight some of the great work that our folks are doing, please let us know that as well. On this slide here, just some emergency numbers. I've said it before, but please make sure that you put these numbers in your cell phone. You can't dial 112 or 110 from your cell phone. You will get our local national and German partners. So please use the commercial numbers and differentiate between what is an emergency and what is a non-emergency number. So I'll be standing by if you have any questions. I'll be here to answer those. Thank you so much.
DPW, Mr. Benson.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. I echo Major Foster's comments about the ICE comments. Truly take those into the heart. We're really trying to take care and hear what you're having to say, and definitely want to get after whatever issues that might be out there. So please, just like echo what Major Foster said about the ICE comments. I got two slides up here. First one is bulk waste collection. In the last 7 to 10 days or so, we've had several forums where we've had a lot of slides, and I just broke these two down because a little different audience, but a lot of the same as well. But next week is the fall cleanup, Garrison-wide fall cleanup, and it coincides with actually the first monthly bulk pickup that we have in partnership with the USAG Ansbach. And so it goes out, the bulk pickup is every Wednesday, first Wednesday of every month. First one is 9 October. Please have your stuff out Tuesday night and not later than 07 on Wednesday morning, and it'll be picked up. Fall pickup itself, Garrison-wide event, like I said, at each Kaserne, we will place bio containers for branches, leaves, grass, clippings, whatever the case might be. There will be multiple locations at each Kaserne, those containers, as well as our self-help store will have multiple tools, equipment, supplies, and things of that nature that you can come pick up to help with the fall cleanup. The next slide, please. Next slide, housing surveys. It's that time of year again. We do an annual housing survey. Last year, it kind of we got the results back right before the housing crisis kicked off, and I will just reiterate that those comments are extremely important to us as well. Whether it's through ICE, whether it's through personal phone calls or emails or whatever the case might be, we do care what is said. Obviously, this survey wraps up a lot of the issues and it's something that goes up at the highest levels. Last year we had about 19% response rate. This year we want to get up to 25%, which would be good, very good. The quantity really doesn't matter to us, it's really the quality. So, you can just fill in the blanks if you want, but if you want to tell us exactly what's going on, we can get after it in the comment section and how you respond to the housing survey. If you don't already have, these surveys would be sent directly to the emails that you provided to the housing office when you checked in. If that email address has changed, then please let our housing office know. You can let me know. You can send us an email. You can come by the office and we'll take that. Those will go out the first week of November or so. And if you don't receive it, then please let us know that as well. That's my last slide, but I do want to highlight that the air conditioning policy has changed, been revised, I should say. There are basically two considerations or two reasons that you can request air conditioning, portable cooling devices in your quarters. And one of those is, just as it has been in the past, medical condition, and you go through your doctor for that, and then that request goes to the housing office. The other one is life, health, safety. And both of those are at the discretion or at the approval authority of the Garrison Commander. So if you have a life, health, safety, or medical condition, please send those written requests with justification up to the housing office. That'll filter up through the Garrison Commander for his decision. And that's the only slide, or last slide I have. Any questions that you have?
I have two comments. I'll start with the air conditioning policy. The reason that we're asking everyone to come through with the policy, come to the Garrison Command, he does have the authority to make the decision, but what he will also ask you to do through the housing office is to sign a memorandum, and this is a memorandum that you understand, that your residents understand what the requirements are for the air conditioning device, for the maintenance of the system, and for the energy requirements that we have, the energy conservation and the usage. So that's a part of why the policy requires going to the Garrison Commander. And then my other comment is on the housing survey. We had a briefing with the region director yesterday about the results of our housing survey from last year and the housing action plan. And across Europe, our region's concern is less about the numbers that are in the survey and far more about what your specific concerns are for our residents and our community. So, like Mr. Benson said, be very handed on the survey, give us the feedback so that we can address the housing that is specific to the USAG Ansbach community. Also with that, one of the things that INCOM is going to try to do, the survey goes out to the email address for the sponsor registered with housing. What INCOM is going to try to do is make this available, make the link available through a text. So if you have a phone number or want to put a cell phone number in with the housing office, please arrange to do that, and if they're able to make that link happen through text, we will get it to you that way as well. Make sense?
Mr. Dan Riley, TFMWR. Woo! Is that better?
That was fabulous.
Perfect.
That was great. So good morning. I'll try to put this down and pay more attention to you all. But I would ask that you look at the slide up there. So October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We have this slide, and this is what we're going to lead off our presentation on today, because I want to enlist the help of all you very well-connected community members in helping us just go the extra mile this year to get the word out and make the community aware of domestic violence as an issue in our society. Make people really understand, or help people really understand what it is and how we can help to put an end to it. We have a great, you can see from the slide, we have a great number of awareness activities focused this month. There's a very powerful poster show up at the Urlas Mall depicting stories of survivors of domestic violence. We have proclamation signing to be read. The Garrison commander will proclaim this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. That'll be read at the Amazing Race on Friday. We have 16th is Purple Up Day. We encourage all community members to wear purple to show that you identify with survivors of domestic abuse, to show that we are a supporting community aware of the issue, and that we're committed to putting an end to it. That's what Purple's all about. There's a self-defense, learn self-defense class at lunch, and last but not least, and everybody's favorite, is our annual superhero party at the Von Steuben on the 25th. It's a family-friendly event. Come out and see everybody in their favorite superhero costume. I don't know what Major Ackerman's going to wear, but we'll find out who her favorite superhero is. I would like to, so the advocacy for this program, for domestic violence awareness, is in Army Community Services in the Family Advocacy Program. I would ask Ms. Sandra Hersey to stand up. Everybody say hi. Hi. And Sandra is the Family Advocacy Program Manager. She's responsible for all the things that we do to fight and prevent domestic abuse and how we respond to incidents within the community, among other things. And organizing this is her event this month. Next slide, please. So a few other things to plug for Family and MWR activities we have going on. I'll start with, I'm not going to read them all to you. I'll start with Pumpkin Late Night, which is something for our community youth at the Katterbach Youth Center, all things pumpkin. On the, a little bit further out, but you can mark your calendars now, on the 14th of November, we have the fabulous Harlem Globetrotters coming right here to perform for you in the community. If you'll all come out for that. This is a great event for you to reach out to your neighbor, to reach out to someone that you may have sponsored coming here a couple of months ago, and invite them along with you, and help build the bonds in the community, help connect people to the community. It's a great invite-along event. We have the Fall Bazaar coming up later in November, and I want to put a plug in now for we still have seats left on the Thanksgiving Day ski trip to Zell am See in Austria. We have a few seats left, 28 November, 1 December. It's a blast. They do a fabulous job putting on a great Thanksgiving dinner at the hotel, and there's some terrific early season skiing. We're going to hear more about us getting you excited about the ski season this year. We want to make more skiers out of our community members. I want to plug a couple other things, also outdoor rec related, that are in the rest of the slides that aren't shown today, but will come out with the deck. On the 28th of October, we have a Europa Park trip, something for the family. 16 November, a Nachtmann Crystal Factory shopping trip. We're going to the Strasbourg Christmas Market on the 23rd of November. And we really need you to come out and sign up for our trips. We've had to cancel a couple of trips lately, so I would encourage you all to, again, invite a neighbor, grab a friend, go on an outdoor rec trip with us. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any questions? All right, DHR.
Hi, I'm Catherine Burrell. I'm the ASD chief, and I'm going to tell you some things about postal. I know Christmas seems a long way away, but that's the reason I'm talking to you now, because it takes a while for your packages to get there. So these are the dates that you need to keep in mind if you want your packages for Christmas to make it by Christmas. The 27th for Sam, the 11th for Priority, the 11th again for first class letters, and the 18th for Express. So mail early. Also, it's not on the slide, but it's very important if you have several packages, contact us at the post office, and we can arrange on the day that we have the post office open for mailing for you to come in early. By appointment, you can come in with those several packages and you don't have to wait in line. You can be seen. Okay, the next slide. Good news. We are going to be extending our hours so that you can get things done over these holidays. The CMR, for picking up your packages, you'll be able to come in at 10 o'clock in the morning. A little bit earlier. Also, every single place is going to be open on Saturday.
Woohoo! I love me some mail.
Don't get used to it. This is for the Christmas holidays. We have got special dispensation that we can pay overtime to our people. So they are coming in to work. The post office at Katterbach will be open from 10 to 2 for mailing. And the CMRs, both at Katterbach and Ellisheim, will be open from 10 to 2 for picking up packages. And Shipton, they will be open from 10 to 12 on Saturdays for getting their mail and their packages. Please remember that there are some holidays coming up during the time frame that this is, which is the 4th of November to the 21st of December. We will be closed for 11th of November for Veterans Day, and of course Thanksgiving on the 28th. And we will also be closed on the 13th of December for the Christmas holiday parties that we always have in the Garrison. Other than that, these are the hours from the 4th of November to the 21st of December. Signs will be put up all over Building 2817, so you can always look and check when to mail and when you can come in for extended services. Thank you.
Help your buddies, and please have all your forms filled out before you get to the line. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Rhonda Hosh, Chief of Military Personnel Division. Just want to let you know that our RAD is coming up in a couple of weeks. Whew, it's almost over. A lot of preparation for the RAD. What we do the RAD each year for is to really take the time to appreciate our retirees and everything that they contribute to the services that they provide. We have a lot of volunteer retirees as well. So this is just an Army-wide event that goes on at most every installation. And our event will take place on, the setup is going to be on Tuesday the 15th, but the actual event will be on the 16th. Of October, which is in a couple of weeks. And also the name has changed at the bottom. We have a new guest speaker. Her name is going to be Lynn Peterson. She's the program manager for retirement services at Headquarters DA, so she's going to come down and join us. There are also a lot of other services will be there as well. Community Bank, Service Credit Union, the Veteran Services Officers, DFAS will be there. The only person that they were expecting was the FBU out of the U.S. Consulate. They will not be there, but it's going to be a really good event. So if you know retirees or veterans or whatever, you all are welcome. Come on out and see what they offer. So we'll see you there on next week if you like, in 2 weeks if you'd like to join us. If you have any questions, I'll be here afterwards. Okay. Also volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer to come set up, come tear down, or just hand out brochures, we'll accept that, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Gary DC. I'm the ASAP program manager, and I've got 3 slides to talk to you about. First has been mentioned a couple times by Mr. Riley already, but the Amazing Race is an integrated event focusing on commemorating both Suicide Awareness Month, which is September, and then he just mentioned it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month for October. So we do it on the cusp. We'll have a 5K run walk event, and then there will be resiliency stations for teams to compete in if they so wish. The 5K, it all assembles at the PX Commissary parking lot. Actually, more centered right in front of the express where the gas station is. The POC from our side of the house is Miss Metheta Howard. She's sitting in the room. If she would stand up for a minute, that's our POC. The people that are helping out with setup and support will be there at 5:30. People can start to register on site at 6:30 for the teams that are competing in the resiliency events as well as the 5K. Any questions on Amazing Race? Third iteration. So we've done it. Okay, so my next slide. This is a public health alert that just has come out in the last couple of weeks. And it got brought to the attention. We were in the Community Ready and Resilience for the 7th ATC, and the preventive health officer for this area let us know about it. And within a day, we also had it coming down from Public Health Command, and Public Health Center is what it's called now. But I put some highlights on there. I actually have the actual public health alert that's gone out actually from Mr. Garza as well. These are the highlights. And I want to mention also that I spoke, we have Mr. Kerry Zotolo here in the front. I got an alert from, we fall under Resiliency Directorate, R2, Army-wide, and there was an alert that AFES is pulling the products, and he said it's already been done last week. So there are no e-cigs or vaping products to be sold at AFES anymore. So, and it's because it's not regulated with the things that are put into it as far as the serums or whatever you want to call it. It's not an FDA regulated thing. There's a lot of different products that are in there. It's not healthy. It's a major concern. The first here, I'll do some highlights. It's 450 cases of lung disease that have come out from it. So basically, it was promoted initially as a healthy alternative to get people to help stop smoking cigarettes. That was the way it was put out. Now there's been a lot of problems with it being infiltrated down to our teens and kids vaping too, because they make products that are like strawberry mint and different things like that. So generally it's been now shown to be a hazard. So now public health is getting involved from the national level. So there has been a death. One confirmed. There were 5 mentioned by the preventive health officer. But as far as the CDC, I went to their site that's mentioned on the bottom of the slide. There is 1 confirmed that's directly related. Most of these people have been doing the oils that were not, they haven't been tested. They're coming from different markets, from Asia and South America, and things like that. They have CBD or THC in them. But that's not every case. So again, they haven't defined exactly. They're making a correlation to some of the causes, and most of them had THC or CBD involved. We've had soldiers that got that down here in Ansbach downtown. So it is available in our area. So even though AFES isn't selling it, it's still going to be out there on our streets outside the gates. I've spoken about when we had our ASAP Army-wide meeting last week, it was mentioned there that Schofield Barracks has already banned vaping at all on their installation. So that's the way things are moving toward. We're encouraging soldiers and family members to avoid vaping, and if they need help, to seek it through the health folks, the health clinic here, patches, gum, whatever they may offer. And that would be what they recommend. So any questions? The next slide would just show you the actual alert that came down through Public Health Command. So, and it's gone out, like I said, Mr. Garza sent it out through a message to everybody in the community. This has a lot more verbiage than I had, but I tried to consolidate it. So any questions on the vaping public health alert? So again, it's not a healthy alternative to smoking. Find other ways to quit, and it's not good in our community right now. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Glenn McMahon. I'm the Education Services Officer in our continuing series of aspects of higher education. This month, we're doing study tips for soldiers. Very important topic, especially for soldiers, because you face a lot of unique challenges in getting your degrees. So come see us. It's next Wednesday, the 9th, from 11:45 to 12:45. If you don't show up, I have to drink all the coffee. And we can't waste it. It's coffee. Next slide, please. Okay. Some of you probably remember in about 2014, the Army went through a drawdown. What some of you may not know is that the year after that, the Army had to pay a whole bunch of unemployment benefits. So what they realized was they were not preparing soldiers well for transition into civilian life. So the Army started working on different programs to help with that transition. The old ACAP program that we used to have, that's gone. One of the things that they just came out with is this, credentialing assistance. The idea is that every soldier on active duty should be able to leave service with some sort of credential. And this can be anything. It could be how to do your nails, to program management, or how to drive a bulldozer. All sorts of things. If you look on the Army's cool website, it's credentialing opportunities online, it lists literally thousands of different credentials. Okay? And the Army's going to start paying for those. They've been doing test runs. They started at Fort Hood, at Fort Campbell. Now they're going to go Army-wide. It'll be available in Europe starting 1 January. Okay? So anybody has questions about this, please come and see us. And any questions now? Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Here's some information points for everybody. Again, this will go out in the slide deck. PAO.
All right, good morning, everybody. So up here is the Ansbach Army.mil website. So what I'm asking everybody to do is just go to your respective units page or service page. Make sure everything's correct. Also go to the phone book. Make sure that the numbers are correct, your opening hours are correct, and usually there is a mailbox that people can email. If you've got one, please just ensure those are correct. Shoot me an email. I'm on the global, last name is Stork, S-T-O-R-K, and just give me your updated information. And I already actually have a couple of units that I'm getting ready to sit down with. They've called, we set up some times, they're gonna come in, and we're gonna tackle their pages individually and get those corrected. Next slide. And same thing, just an example of a unit page. Next slide. Okay, so last but not least, media interviews. So if any of you are wanting to do AFN spots, please coordinate those through the Garrison Public Affairs Office. Once again, you can shoot me an email. Or if you are sending AFN a request, just CC us on that so we are aware of it. And for anybody who is looking for media training, you can call our office and we'll be more than happy to set up a time and do that with you. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Chaplain.
Hey, good morning. Just want to invite everybody, our chapel communities, invite you to Fall Fest on this Sunday. Not trying to compete with Oktoberfest or Pumpkin Fest or any other type of fest. It's purely just celebrating the season, the change in season, having a lot of good food together. We've got about a dozen different children's games, all kinds of pumpkin, like pumpkin golf, pumpkin ring toss, pumpkin soccer. A lot of fun for our kids, a bouncy house. I think I have the expert on post in brisket making, so there'll be plenty of good food and wursts of all kinds, side dishes, desserts. If I enticed you enough, come out, 12 o'clock, that's when we'll all eat. You can come earlier, come to a worship service, 9 o'clock Mass or 11 o'clock Collective Protestant, but whether you come to chapel or not, we believe everybody on this post is an image bearer, created in the image of God, and perhaps you've had a poor experience in a chapel somewhere, and we invite you to re-engage with the community of faith, have a good time on Sunday afternoon when everything's closed and you're not going to do anything anyhow. So come over to the chapel. It'll actually be in Hangar 2, right in between the chapel and the gymnasium. Keep us out of the elements, out of the wind, but we'll have a great time together. So come on out, and I hope to see you in the morning or certainly at noon when we all start eating. Any quick questions? Okay, next up.
All righty, thank you, Chaplain. APs.
So my name is Garrison. I am the store manager and agency chief for APs. For this CLIF, we just wanted to show the community our metrics, what we made in revenue, what we've provided to the community in dividend. We wanted to remind everybody that when you spend money at your local PX, the money is given back to the community. Items that we don't carry locally, we can get from other stores. We also have a buy online, and they'll ship it to the store service at shopmyexchange.com. The items are sent out locally from Grafenbeer and KMCC, so you're looking at a 5 to 7 day turnaround. It's our pleasure and our privilege to serve this community. I just wanted to say thank you.
All right, thank you. Task Force Viper, Colonel Cole.
Sorry, I'm in the front row. Matt Cole. So, hey, please tell the community to come out on the 10th. We're doing the Boom Bash. It's the 3rd annual get-together, and we're going to have food, crafts, games for the kids, bounce houses, a haunted Chinook. We're going to have trunk or treat, and if you still want to do any, extra volunteers for the trunk or treat, please let myself and my wife know. And right now we got about 15 trunks on the competition for the best trunk. But I encourage you all to invite your friends, family, and anyone out in the community to come out and enjoy a good time before we head out to Dragoon Ready.
All right, thank you, sir. Again, this is a great event, so if you're new to the community, come out and support. All right, we're moving into our non-federal entity, the PTSA here. Okay, so we'll briefly go over to the next slide. AUSA.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Brad Gobley. I'm the new chapter president of the First in Battle chapter of the Association of the United States Army. As you can see on the slide, we serve both Ansbach and Bavaria. I'm not gonna lie to you, I need help. I need volunteers, I need people. If you're in the club already, all right, as a member of AUSA, great, come see me. I'd like to know who's in the community. If you're not, come see me. But I'm looking for some volunteers. I need a young professional coordinator, and we need a community relations coordinator. There's my contact info. We've been around since 1950, but we've been pretty much dormant in this community, and I'm here to fix that, and I need your help. Any questions? Who will?
Thank you, sir.
Hello, my name is Mark Kishner. I'm the president of Retired Soldiers Council. First, before I get started on the slide, the post office was recognized today for assisting people and everything. Thank you. Yeah, probably in training, never look at the slide. Sorry about that. But one thing that people don't know is how much effort they go through and assistance that the post office gives retirees. Retirees come from Nuremberg, Bamberg, Schweinfurt, Würzburg, other locations. They don't come every day to check their mail. The post office goes above and beyond and sends the people that have email addresses, emails telling them they got mail so they can come and pick it up. They do a fabulous job to support the retirees, and we try to tell them every day, but we don't tell the community what a good job they do. The community needs to know that we do a fabulous job of assisting and helping retirees. Something that's not on the slide, we've assisted 11 spouses, widowed spouses, with DFAS, Social Security, and VA claims over the past month. Doesn't sound like a lot. One person came in at 3 o'clock, and you called DFAS. If you ever tried it, you're online for 19 to 57 minutes waiting for the phone to answer. They have that many calls when they open their office at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with one. We walked out of the office at 6:45 that night. The person then had to come back for another hour and a half to make sure they got all the forms we were supposed to send them. They do a fabulous job with that. We fax them to them. They tell you to call back in 3 days, and they'll tell you if they got it. So DFAS does a good job. Just a lot of people call them. It takes a while to do it. So I say we're helping 11 people. That does take time to assist 11 people. We do not just assist retirees. We do help soldiers and anybody who walks in the office. We had a soldier that's going to a medical retirement board. He needed assistance with VA paperwork. I sat down and helped him with that. He was under the impression he just needed to put what was wrong with him for his medical board on the paperwork. No, it's a VA claim. He needs to put everything down, so we added 9 other things. That helps him get an overall view from DAs to see exactly what's wrong. Not just what the Army finds, but other things that are wrong. We are also going on 16th of October is the RAD, and then on the 26th of October is the USA Retirees Council. Mr. Eddie Rivera, the Vice President, myself, will be going to Bismarck, and we will be attending that. And that's about it. Reach the end for next person.
All right, thank you. The American Legion.
Morning, Matt. Good morning.
Maybe fall asleep.
Morning, Ernie. Good. You know, it's raining outside. The American Legion on post is open for everybody, and it's also open for, when I say everybody, non-members included. So if you're interested, on Tuesday, when you see the American flag and the POWMIA flag outside the building next to the shop, come on over. That's our hours. We support a lot of events in the community. Last month we supported the fishing event. If you were there, that was a big success. We also dedicated the POWMIA table and chair ceremony over at the PX. If you're in there and you see the small table and the chair, the empty chair, make time. Go over there. There's a small plaque that honors our 83,000 POWs and MIA that are still unaccounted for. Take tribute. You are the upcoming event that was supported this month, the Amazing Race, and the RAD. Also, you don't know, since July, there is a martial arts class in the community that is being taught for free. It is over at the old gym, at the combative room. It's upstairs. If you are interested in martial arts, we're talking about Taekwondo, Karate, Krav Maga, Kung Fu, basic classes. Come on over. There's a qualified instructor there. He's a 7th degree black belt in a lot of those styles. That is your question? Yes, ma'am. The old gym is next to the fire station. It's building 5807. 5805.
Again, we'll make sure we get that information out in the distro.
I like to put out the class is for adults only. Adults start at 18. Subject to your question? Oh, let me highlight something. We work as a team. My colleague here, come up here. Dwight's the commander of the VFW on this post. We do a lot of programs. Not shy, but today he does not have a smile.
Actually, he does. So.
This is not my slide. This is the post, the VFW post in Elisha. It's their slide. And their commander right now is in the States. So here it is. That's all I got to say. So like Eddie said, that we do work together, one in a hand. He says something, he does something, he calls me. If I do something, I call him. And the same thing goes with the Elishan post. We work together as three. Try to keep the camaraderie going between the three of us. Okay? Any questions?
All right, thanks from the VFW. Again, there's a meeting tonight. Hope
Yeah.
to see you there. American Red Cross.
Hey, I'm going to be really quick about this. I'm Lee Isles. I am the new Red Cross field assistant. Glad to be here, excited to help the community. We are putting together some new programs this year. Watch Facebook. We're going to do it one at a time so we don't inundate the community. And we'll just put one program at a time together. So just be watching Facebook. If you've got any questions, you need help, I'm right above the CMR. Please also get out to your community members and things that our resiliency room is there. We're really trying to partner with Gary and the reduction team so that we can really just get in front of any of those behaviors that need that assistance. So come out and check out that room for 20 minutes and just decompress. But I look forward to serving the community. Thanks.
Again, these slides are all from the Red Cross. They'll be coming out in the distro. Mrs. Smith?
Okay. Wrong slides, but I'll update the community for the correct slides. That is the correct one. This is telling you what's going on in the community for the spouses and civilians club side routes. We also have one clear thing I need to point out. As of November 1st, the first hours will change again for the winter. We will be only opening one Saturday of the month. That's due to adverse conditions and the weather and snow and the changing time zone, dark to light. And we will be opening every Tuesday and Thursday from then on. Only thing I would like to say as well is please note that the donation bin is open. There they are. That's the one. Please note the donation bin is open again. Please be aware of the exclusion list. Because we are short-staffed. Our volunteers, we're still looking for volunteers for the Spouses Club or the thrift shop. We strive to do the best we can to help out this community in every way possible that we can. There are some more activities that will be coming up in November, and that will be coming out in the November slides. And if you're willing to join and get plugged into the community, come out and try one of our events, either at the luncheon or an evening event. We look forward to anyone that's coming out and get to know us. That's all I have. Do you have any questions? I'm here every month, briefing. It's a small community. We all run into you somewhere at one point or another. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Community Bank?
Good morning, Mike. Will be closed tomorrow. And that also goes for the store repairs.
Thank you. Service credit union? No problem.
Good morning, I'm Warkentin, I'm your service credit union manager. So, just a few things we're involved in. I forgot the Amazing Race on the slide. That's on the 4th, the Blue Badge on the 10th, the Retiree Appreciation Day on the 16th, and the Domestic Violence Superhero Party on the 25th. We are closed on Monday for the federal holiday, October 14th. We will reopen the next day. The big thing is Thursday, October 17th is International Credit Union Day, and the day is recognized to reflect upon the credit union movement's history, promote its achievements, recognize the hard work, and share member experiences. The International Credit Union Day has been celebrated the third Thursday of October since 1948. So we're going on 71 years. So please stop by for cake and refreshments. That's all we have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Stop by and get some cake. We have an alibi from the clinic. Sir?
Morning, Randy Vary from the clinic. The flu shots have arrived 2 weeks early. So for October, active duty only during that time. We'll be on Shipton 3-4 October. Garrison opened up the grip for us from 7 to 10 October. That's all active duty service members. We'll be there from 06:30 to 9:30, 7 to 10 October. I'll send out an email to all first sergeants and company commanders so we can get to, I'm hoping 95% by next week. We're solidifying with the schools, CYS, CDC, the dates for that. Once I have the dates and I've looked over it so there's no typos, we'll send it through PAO and Facebook. So don't worry, we'll go out to the schools. That's one less stop to the clinic. Once all active duty and the schools are done, we'll push it out to where people can come to the clinic and just wait for that date. I will get a lot of questions, when can we get the flu shot, but we'll get it to you guys. Any questions? Yes?
Is this still going to be a wait for pregnant people who are waiting on the flu shot? Or are they allowed to do an appointment to get their shot?
If they're past the 27 weeks, we'll get them a flu shot.
Awesome, thank you.
Good question. 27 weeks, Tdap and flu shot, both at the same time.
Any other questions? We love flu shots. So don't forget to get yours this season. So, survey cards, ICE complaints or positives. Here's our address and or the box right up here up front. If you have any complaints or how we can make this meeting better, please drop a note and we will either get back to you, someone from the command group, or we'll announce it here on how we're going to fix it or improve it. So our next CLIF is the 6th of November. I just want to wish everyone publicly a happy Halloween. Go trick-or-treating to all the concerns. We're hoping to see some great costumes. And Mr. Riley, I'm going to go as Robin for the costume superhero. So our next meeting, Sadowski Theater, right here, 11 o'clock. Slide submission is at the end of October, so please get those to Captain Keeper sooner than later. Is there any remarks, ma'am, before I click the slide?
Are there any final comments or questions from the group? Yes, sir. Start.
Hey, how y'all doing? Bob Garrison, Garrison Safety. Apologize, I didn't get my slide in on time. Just want to remind everybody, we get into the winter weather, so kind of think ahead, get ahead of it, winterize your car, kind of thinking about that. Make sure you have the right tires on there, make sure you're safe, okay? If you're traveling out of the country, make sure you check the country requirements. Some places require you to have snow chains on the vehicles. So just kind of be careful and think ahead. Thanks a lot.
Sorry about that, Safety Bob. We'll make sure we get his slide in the distro. Last comments, questions, concerns? All right, see you next month. Oh, sorry, ma'am.
My only comment is tomorrow is a very important holiday for our host nation. It is the 3rd of October. It is the Day of Unity, and this is a commemoration of German reunification when the wall was removed between East and West Germany. So with that, there will be many things that are closed tomorrow throughout the city. Ansbach will have a ceremony downtown right across from the Warkentin Center at 12, I believe they are starting. And I just want to thank you and continue to share your ideas and your questions. And I hope to see many of you on Friday and or Sunday. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks again.
Thank you.